Welcome back, Chiefs fans, to Over 50. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Subscriptions would help me out a whole lot. Hit the like button if you like the video. Share this video with your friends out there. Comment down below. And the first Chiefs domino of free agency has fallen, and the Kansas City Chiefs wheel and deal for, if I can get it to slide back up, bringing in safety Justin Reid to a 3-year deal. So the 25-year-old means the end of the Honey Badger era in Kansas City. So we're getting Justin Reid from Houston, and you can see Adam Schefter was the person who broke this news. Former Texan safety Justin Reid intends to sign a 3-year, $31.5 million deal that includes $20 million guaranteed with the Kansas City Chiefs per source. So, what this says to me is it's about maybe, depending on how the 20 million guaranteed, is spread out, is that going to be spread out near the end so that this first year, it doesn't count heavily against the cap. But 3 years, 31 million, 31.5 million, that's not quite, not even 11 million a year, 11 million a year, put it at 33. So I think the Honey Badger might be getting, might be out of that price range. So I don't have a problem with the Chiefs going this route. Plus, Honey Badger is up there in age. Honey Badger, I think, is 30. And you've got this guy who is 25. And after his 3 years, when this contract plays out, he'll be 28. If he plays well enough, maybe he gets a second contract. And, if he doesn't play well, then, you look for somebody else. But this is a guy that I think could share the defensive backfield with Thornhill. Thornhill might have to go to safety, or either Reid might have to go to safety, because I think they're both projected, or they both were free safety. So what'll probably happen, and my guess would be, is that it'll be dependent on personnel, because both these guys can do run support in the box, can both cover. You don't have any Dan Sorensen issues with either of these two guys. So I could see both of those guys on the back end, and just kind of based on a personnel situation, they might be switching off one time. One play they might be the free safety, the next play they might be the strong safety. But I think Spags will have that all worked out. I don't think they would have made a move like this without contacting Spags. The next thing I did is I went and I looked at the stats for Justin Reid from Pro Football Reference. And you can see in 2018, 16 games, 12 starts, 3 interceptions, 128 return yards, 1 touchdown. And the touchdown, he took 101 yards to the house. So he took it end zone to end zone. 10 pass defenses, a forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, 88 tackles, 70 of those solo tackles, and with 2 tackles for loss. Then in 2019, he played in 15 games, started all 15, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. He had 5 passes defensed, 1 fumble recovery, 78 tackles, 57 solo tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 hit on the quarterback, no safeties. And then in 2020, you can see 13 games started, 4 passes defensed, 2 sacks that year. So, he had a couple sacks, 83 combined tackles, 62 of those were solo, 4 hits on the quarterback, 6 tackles for loss. So it looks like maybe, he didn't have as many interceptions because maybe they were blitzing him more, trying to get to the quarterback, get after the quarterback. And then last year, age 24, he played 13 games, started all 13, 2 interceptions, 4 passes defense, a forced fumble, 66 tackles, 41 of those unassisted, 2 tackles for loss. So, some pretty decent stats. I mean, nothing that jumps out off the board there at you, but I mean, he's more than serviceable. So I could definitely see this being a I'm glad to see the Chiefs. I wasn't expecting them to go safety first. I didn't think that this would be the first free agent domino to fall. And I also got this sent in. I haven't had a chance to find it here, so I'll just have to give it to you. But Frank Clark, his deal has been renegotiated to a 2-year, $29 million deal. And he originally was going to count 16 or 26 million against the cap this year. So that 2-year, $29 million deal puts him about 14 million against the cap this year and probably 15 million against the cap next year. I think the Chiefs realized that when Emmanuel Ogbah re-signed with the Dolphins today for 16 million a year, I think Frank Clark also at the same time realized if they cut me, I ain't getting close to that. So I'm going to restructure my deal and try to do what I can to get a little bit of coin and still stay here. So this is kind of like a win-win, all the way around, because the Chiefs get him back for 14 million against the cap this year, which saves them 12 million. So they have 12 million more to go use towards the cap this year. And then depending how Justin Reid's guaranteed money is adjusted, they may have set his contract up to where his first year this year doesn't affect the cap as much as it could. So I'm not exactly sure how that guaranteed money would work out, but that's what I have for you guys. So I hope you found this somewhat informative. I'm trying to do the best I can here. If you could, give me a subscription, hit the like button, do what you can to help me out. I can maybe get myself some better software here. I'm looking into trying to use something called OBS instead of doing it through Zoom here. But any help you can give me, I appreciate it. Any comments you have down below, I'd appreciate it. And until next time, Chiefs fans, go ahead and subscribe. I bring this up to you as soon as I possibly can. And we'll see what happens in day 2 of free agency tomorrow. So take care, Chiefs fans, and go Chiefs.